Please stand as Mrs. Gustafson's class leads in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated.
Good morning and welcome to the Hornet Buzz. Today we will be talking about Fight for Life Week, but we haven't talked about the STEAM group, so let's start off with Rebecca telling us about the 3rd grade STEAM group has been up to.
On Wednesdays, Mrs. Wesner's 3rd grade STEAM group is creating carnival booths for our PTO carnival in April. They are working on it in the computer lab. The reason they did this activity is because they are helping to create the carnival booths. There are 4 carnival booths that they are creating. The booths include a big version of the game Operation, Angry Bird slingshot game, shooting gallery with Nerf guns, and they are taking stop and throw and adding proximity sensors plus lights to it. We are all really happy to have the STEAM group help out with the carnival booth and look forward to seeing the final projects.
On March 19th through the 23rd, Davenport is raising money for St. Jude by having Fight for Life Week. On Monday, we wore red for St. Jude. On Tuesday, it was pay pennies for pajamas. You gave pennies and got to wear pajamas. On Wednesday, we wore orange and got to pay for privilege. It was also Aiden's Army Day. Today, it is wear green for Lymphonia. Looks like you all remember to wear green. Our final total will be announced on Monday morning. We look forward to our total. Thanks for helping St. Jude.
Friday, March 16th, 2nd grade did the potato parade, where they dress up a potato. Each of them got a potato, and they dressed it up in the way they chose to. For example, one was a rabbit, another was Abe Lincoln. I hope you had a potato terrific time. Wednesday, March 15th, Mrs. Jablon's class did a science project where they made their own flashlight. They used LED lights and a battery. They did this to learn more about electricity. They each had a partner who they made the flashlight with. What project did you do in your classroom with lights and tinfoil?
We were making our own flashlight.
And what design did you do with your light in that project?
So we followed the directions and we put the foil under it, and we added pieces of tape, and while we were adding tape we added a lever so it can go on and off.
Thank you. I hope Mrs. Jablon's class had an electrical time.
Hi, I'm Isabel, here with the Hornet Buzz weather. On Friday, the high is 52 and the low is 36 p.m. showers. On Saturday, the high is 38 and the low is 26, rain to snow. On Sunday, the high is 44 and the low is 29, partly cloudy. So, when do monkeys fall from the sky?
I don't know, when?
During April showers.
Guess who? Mrs. Bachman.
Good morning. We are here with Mrs. Bachman, whose job is a 2nd grade teacher at Davenport Elementary. Thank you for joining us, Mrs. Bachman.
Thank you for having me.
Where did you go to college?
I went to college at Illinois State for my teaching degree, and then I went to Bradley University for my counseling degree.
Tell us about your family.
My family, I have 3 sons, Jacob, who's a senior at the high school, Jet, who's a freshman at the high school, and Justice, who is a 7th grader at the middle school, and my husband, Jason, works as a counselor at the high school.
Do you have any pets?
We do. We have one really big black lab. His name is TD, which stands for touchdown.
Where's a place that you'd like to go before you visit, before you die, and why?
I would like to visit Hawaii because I've heard it's beautiful and I love beaches and the ocean, and I would just like to go enjoy that.
If you could meet anyone, who would it be and why?
I would like to meet my grandfather that I never had a chance to meet. I think that would just be amazing.
What punctuation mark best describes you?
Exclamation mark.
What would you do if you won the lottery?
Buy a beach house.
When did you decide to become a teacher and why?
I decided to become a teacher at a very young age. I loved kids when I was even just a little girl. I loved babies and little ones and wanted to babysit even before I was old enough to do that. And so, and then when I was in school, I loved school, and I had a couple of really awesome teachers that I wanted to be just like.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Bachman's family. Mrs. Bachman, TD. Mrs. Bachman's sons, and TD.
What is your favorite subject?
Music, spelling, reading, writing, science, social studies, or math.
Social studies got 12, music got 15, spelling got 19, reading got 22, writing got 28, science got 45, and math got 59.
Math wins!
On the 7th of March, Mrs. Chapman's class did Peter Rabbit pictures.
Mrs. Chapman wanted to do something springy, and they are about to do their play.
To make their Peter Rabbit pictures, they used permanent markers, cotton balls, and paint.
Be sure to look at these amazing paintings outside Mrs. Chapman's room.
Spring Picture Time. Tuesday, March 27th is Spring Picture Day. Flyers went home last week. You can order your pictures online or bring the flyer back with the money in it. On Tuesday, March 27th, bring your best smile, your best tie, and maybe comb for your hair for the greatest picture ever.
Did you have a good St. Patrick's Day on Saturday?
Yes, I did. Did you remember to wear green?
For some of the day, did you know that green is not the original color associated with St. Patrick's Day?
It wasn't? What other color could it be?
Originally, it was blue. It wasn't until the shamrock became the national symbol that the color green was used.
That's interesting. Now if you don't wear green, you get pinched.
Wasn't it always like that?
Not always. Leprechauns used to wear red. Can you imagine a red leprechaun?
Would you get pinched if you weren't wearing red back then?
I don't know. Maybe. Today, leprechauns will pinch you if they see you. If you are wearing green, you are invisible to them.
People also really like to decorate green on St. Patrick's Day. In Chicago, they even dye the Chicago River green.
That's interesting. I'm glad we learned a little bit more about St. Patrick's Day.
What What is Mrs. Anderson's favorite book to read?
My favorite book is
A. Treasure Island. B. Because of Winn-Dixie. C. Anne of Green Gables. Or D. The Great Gilly Hopkins.
Anne of Green Gables.
Anne of Green Gables wins!
On Friday, March 23rd, wear lime green. On Monday, March 26th, Fight for Life reveal. On Thursday, March 29th is the 4th grade egg drop. On Thursday, March 29th is spring break. Have a great week.
On this day, March 23rd, it is National Puppy Day. National Puppy Day is a day for celebrating all the puppies in our lives and the joy that they bring to us. It is also OK Day today. OK Day is basically just a day when it is okay to be just okay. Okay? And it is also Cuddly Kitten Day. So, how about we cuddle some adorable little kittens?
That's all, folks.